Hello, Libra. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Libra is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Libra, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And look at that glorious sun. This is the sun shining on you, okay? This is happiness, this is pleasure, this is health, this is wealth, okay? This is your authentic light. This is you being radiant, okay? I feel like you've got a particular kind of charm about you right now. There's a particular kind of like light that's just radiating from you. Okay, it's some kind of charisma. It's some kind of, I don't know, it's clarity maybe. It's a vitality. It's kind of like you're glowing right now. Okay, let's put this card into a little bit of context. Let's see what's going on in your life. Got a Lover's card. Okay, all right. We got a little devil under there. We got a Six of Cups, Two of Pentacles, and the Art or Temperance card. Some of you may be considering blending your energy with the energy of someone else, okay? So we could be talking a marriage here, literally a partnership, a mystical marriage, a union of some kind. Could be a collaboration. We're kind of considering a choice of the heart here, okay? We have the Death card, Five of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, but a Knight of Wands there at the end. A very interesting energy here. So there's a little bit of apprehension, maybe a little bit of doubt kind of going on right now. But I feel like you're leaping into it. Okay, I feel like this is really gonna, this is the time for saying heck yes to something. Okay, 1000% heck yes. All right, even though it's gonna be a challenge. But I feel like it's going to have way more blessings than challenges. Okay, you're being told to move forward with something. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set this down right over here with Mr. Tao, the yin-yang duck, right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. It will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any moment during this message you feel like you might know what that card might be, put your prediction in the comments right below the video. Now let's look around the room. We see major, 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 major. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we see fire. We see water. We don't see any air. We see the earth cards, okay? So the lack of air, swords, right? They're divisive. They're analyzing something. They're taking things apart, splitting things up into pieces and analyzing those pieces. Okay? It's divisions and subdivisions. Whereas the Lover's card is union. It's saying yes, it's putting things together, not taking things apart. So right away, I see your energy is all about union and bringing together and balancing things. Whether it's a partnership, a family, a romance, a business thing, it's a mystical thing with you and your higher self. Whatever it might be, you're saying yes to a union. Okay? We're not dividing things. We're not splitting things up. Now the Sun card, let's talk about the Sun card. Joy. Clarity, vitality, honesty, confidence, and freedom. There is a breakthrough here in some kind of maybe emotional clarity, a breakthrough in maybe self-acceptance, authenticity. It's a simple truth. No distortion, no division, no questions, no doubts, no analysis, no mind coming in and making it complicated. It's simple. It's a simple yes. It's a simple union. Okay? I feel that this is creativity, this is energy, this is a warmth that's returning to your life. You're seeing others, and you're allowing yourself to be seen. It feels safe to be visible. Okay? There's joy and simplicity returning to your life. There's authenticity here. And this is a situation where you don't have to perform. You can just be, right? All you have to do is shine. You don't have to perform. You just have to be yourself. Allow yourself to be seen. Your light is clean and true and bright. Don't dim your own shine here. Putting yourself out there. Okay? Letting yourself be seen. Having the radiance. Smile. Smile gently while breathing. That's kind of teaching your body that joy and authenticity and presence is a natural and safe thing. Absolutely. And what that is allowing you to then do is say yes to something that your heart really, really wants. Doesn't have to be romance, okay? Put your pitchforks and torches away. But it is a choice about union, about alignment, something you're attracted to, something that you feel is the perfect mirror image or the perfect complement to you. This is a decision that must be made that aligns your desire with truth, your authenticity. You're drawn to something. You want to say, heck yes, 1,000%. Okay? This is a connection. This is a deep soul desire. You're saying yes to something. You're saying yes to your future. Okay, that Knight of Wands is leaping into the future. You're saying yes to that future. You're saying absolutely. It could be a job, it could be something at home, at work, at school. It could be a new career. It could be that partnership, that marriage, that friendship. It could be a creative opportunity. Okay, you're choosing that future self. You're choosing the deeper unfolding. You're choosing what supports that future, You're kind of asking the question, does this choice open me or close me off? Does this choice help me to radiate more of my light, or is it going to require that I dim my shine? You're choosing the path that's going to allow you to radiate more of your light. You're choosing the kind of love or the kind of path, whatever it is. You're choosing that which is going to ask you to glow brighter, not dimmer. Okay? I like that. I think this is really going to be awesome for you. We have that devil card too. Okay? And it's the devil under the surface. This is maybe that sort of, that fear a little bit. Okay? I think you're confronting something that has limited your choice, limited your freedom. Something, kind of holds you back from shining your light. And I think this is exactly where we would usually expect to see that devil card, especially in that form of a shadow or some kind of fear. And I think what it is I think that you have had a tendency to hide your light away. I think you're very close to a breakthrough where you're going to choose something that aligns with your soul rather than choosing stagnation You're choosing to sort of climb up a mountain here. You're choosing to do the difficult thing. And that liberation requires your honesty. There's an invitation here. And it's, you have to sort of break with some old patterns or old habits in order to do this. Okay? It's kind of like I look at this as the engine of the car, the devil card, And it feels like the engine's been running, but it's just been idling. And it's like there's power there, but it's like the garage door's closed. Maybe not that. It's like the engine's running, but there's a boot on the car. When you get too many parking tickets, they put a boot on your car. I've never had one. But something's preventing us from moving the car. We're hesitating. We're in the driver's seat. The engine's running, but you just got to put it in gear. So this card's about identifying what it is that's holding us back from kind of putting this thing in gear. You're a lot closer to this breakthrough. And I think that this is really, it's a life-changing decision on the table for you. That lover's card is, that's a yes. That's you. Of course you want to say yes to it. Why are we hesitating? What are we afraid of, right? This is a powerful card. The engine has power in it. Maybe it's just kind of like, I know the engine has power in it. That's why I'm scared of driving. It's a big, heavy machine with a lot of horses under the hood, and scary. Maybe there's something that goes a little deeper than that. Maybe something from childhood or something from a long time ago, family stuff, the way we were raised. Maybe you were raised in one of those households where, kids shouldn't be seen or heard, Dimmed your shine, always told to keep it down, be quiet, hide your light away. And so now it's kind of, it seems it's a little bit scary. It's a challenge, You're liberating this car, your chariot. This is the engine of the chariot, right? You're liberating yourself from whatever's been holding you back. The engine's here. The engine's ready to go. There is a drive. There is a motivation. There is a desire to do it. This is your driving force. The engine of the car, that is you. Okay? But something is holding that back. And I think you're going to figure out what that is. And that breakthrough is going to be intense. Okay? Now, you've got a Six of Cups back here, too. This is usually memory, family things, okay, community things. And it may even be, in a way, this could be a very supportive family. Okay, this could be you focusing on what was safe, okay, and the comfort, the memory of emotional safety. But maybe this is what we have to break away from. Because this is maybe too comfortable. It's too safe now that I don't want to go and drive the car. I don't want to say yes to this other thing. It's comfortable here. This is gentleness. And maybe what you're doing now, it feels like leaving home, getting out there on the road, driving the car, climbing the mountain when our base camp, where we came from, has hot food and a warm bed. I like it there. I don't want to climb the mountain. It's cold, it's high, it's scary, it's exhausting. So there is that part of you that needs to leave the comforts of home. This is something familiar. Okay, this is something that is easy. course, this is a pressure cooker. This is something difficult. You're blending your energies with something else. This is the old job. This is literally, the home of where you grew up kind of thing, your hometown maybe. This is the old job or the old career, the old lifestyle. Even though spiritually you know that this choice is meant for you, this is very tempting. We kind of just want to turn the car off and go back inside. This is maybe even fond memories. Are we remembering things correctly? If your soul is telling you to say yes, make a change, make a shift, make a transition, put the car in gear, and leap forward, perhaps the way we're remembering something is not quite accurate. Is it a Seven of Cups, but it's masquerading as something beautiful? Sometimes the Six of Cups, especially in this position, is like we're sort of, we're understanding the unreliability of our memories. Sometimes the way we remember something isn't very accurate. I remember, oh, that was good. It's nice to be here. It's fun. It feels good. It's safe. But then there's that other part of us that's saying, do you not remember how it really was? Sometimes we remember the past being beautiful and harmonious and safe and comfortable and fulfilling and supportive. But if that were the case, why then are we being called to take this difficult road? Okay, I'm not saying that you had a bad childhood or anything, but I'm saying that whether it actually is the beautiful, harmonious six, or whether this is just how we are remembering it, the point is that we're not meant to stay here. This could be a transition in your life where you go from sort of serving the needs of others to kind of serving your own needs. Maybe this is a period of time where you had to fulfill the expectations of other people in your life. Parents, teachers, friends, employers. And making that shift now to sort of shining by your own light and choosing your own direction. Yeah, the Six of Cups is kind of values. Are we being valued in the group that we're in? What is our place? What is our role? Are we fitting in? Why are we fitting in, and do we still want to? To me, it's kind of that transition from like staying home to then like getting out into the world and having our own adventure. Yeah. Growing into our more full life. Taking responsibility for our life. Realizing that we can step out of that role of having to fit in or having to adapt to the expectations of other people. Does that make sense? True authenticity feels like full adulthood. Maybe this is outer approval. Maybe we're shifting toward kind of that inner approval. Okay? Shining by our own light. And the Two of Pentacles is a transitional card. Shows that we're kind of easing our way out of one situation into another. It's a card of change. adaptation, an adjustment. Life is shifting. Okay? New patterns are forming. I think your responsibilities are shifting. Your role in the world is shifting. Learning how to balance everybody's needs without sacrificing your own. Okay? And I think what you're kind of doing here is you're making that choice for fulfilling something, for going off and saying yes to something that's part of your story, rather than staying in the comfort of the past. And again, that Six of Cups, kind of like, not sure how to phrase that concept really so well, but where we're sort of, our attention is focused externally, where we're trying to live up to someone else's standards or adapt to the expectations of the world around us, rather than figuring out what it is that I expect. How do I live up to that, And so I feel like this is kind of like that. This is that card. You're loosening your grip on the familiar, and you're saying yes to something that's going to change you. It's your life is transforming. You're being asked, you're being called upon by your soul, by the universe, to step into a pressure cooker of transformation, a cauldron, an alchemical vessel of transformation. And I think this is you realizing that you still have to fulfill your responsibilities to the world around you, but you have a responsibility to yourself too. So learning how to balance the needs, everybody's needs, without sacrificing your own. Let this process reshape you. Anyway, it's change. Okay, it's a card of change. And we're moving into the Temperance card, and this is the pressure cooker. This is the environment of transformation. Okay, this is what you're stepping into. But this is integration. This is healing. This is alchemy. This is a synthesis. It's inner alchemy. This is wholeness by you understanding how to include everything. This isn't about, again, it's not about division or subdivision, dividing. It's about union, including something. So, if the Six of Cups is your kind of current life, feels comfortable, you feel like you are valued in that life and you value that life, this is not about you getting rid of that and choosing something else instead of that. This is about how do you integrate more of your own needs into that existing picture. This isn't about exclusion. It's about wholeness. It's about inclusion. This is a creative harmony that's forming. You're adding things into the gumbo. You're not trying to take anything out of it. The solution isn't, it's not black or it's not either or. It's both, but different. Okay? It's both, but refined. Let the elements of your life mix together because something new is forming. Okay? This is the two parts of yourself are coming together and being married. It doesn't have to be literally a romantic situation. It could be. Could be talking about your marriage, could be talking about your family life, could be talking about your relationship with yourself and the world around you, and how we can make it more wholesome, holistic, more complete. How can you take care of all the responsibilities of life, but not neglect the responsibility that you have to yourself? Now, I want you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Okay? And let me know which card on the path of the Dove, seems to resonate with you the most? Okay, we're going to talk about the path of the serpent. And of course, we're starting with our death card. This is an ending. This is a release. This is also a card of transformation, but it's a slow and gradual thing. It's renewal. It's a shedding of an old skin. It's a transition. It's an unfolding. A cycle is over. A chapter is complete. Okay? This is the compost heap. This is the great recycler. You know, the old identity, I think, is breaking down to feed the new identity, which is going to be more whole, more complete. A newer version of yourself that is more inclusive, more balanced, more refined, though. So again, it's not that you're not going to quit your job and say, I'm going to go take this other job, right? Or I'm going to leave my old life and literally go somewhere new and start a new life. No. Maybe that, we have to break down who we thought we were in that old life, what our responsibilities were, what we were in service to and why, whose life we were living, whose expectations we were trying to live up to, and now how we are being transformed or recreated into a new version of ourselves where we're still taking care of our responsibilities, but in a more refined way because now there's room for our needs, okay? You're crossing a threshold in your life. And I think that this is you trusting in the process, really. Something new is sort of evolving, something new is emerging. As the old you is kind of falling away, okay? Kind of feel like this is a growing up a little bit. This is a maturing a little bit. It is kind of stepping into a new way of doing life, okay? Now, 5 of Pentacles here in the environment. This is sometimes it's a worry. Sometimes it's financial worries, stress, some kind of financial pressure for a lot of you. And this may be some anxiety, okay? This is a temporary physical stress. It is not going to last forever. I feel like this is kind of the very practical side of this transition that you're making. Okay, so there might be some kind of money issues that kind of like are being magnified because of this process that you're going through, but it's temporary. This is not a permanent reality. You can reach out, you can get support, you can get help where you need it. Focus on the things that are within your capacity to fix right now. Focus on what you can control. Focus on what you can fix. Okay? And take care of the body. Nourish your body. Okay? Don't isolate yourself. I think that this is the change. This is it feels like things are kind of shaky. Things are uncertain. Things are up in the air. Things are being moved around from this place to this place, over here, over here, over here. And I think that is the restructuring and realignment not only of you, but of the life around you. Okay. Maybe it's a reallocation of resources. Maybe you're putting your money in different places than it was before. Maybe your money situation's changing. Maybe this is you literally moving physical goods from one place to the other. Personal effects or something like this. And this is in your environment. So I feel like your choice, for some of you, this is literally going to be, you're meeting the love of your life, you're gonna get married, okay? You're blending your energies together with somebody, and this is you literally like moving your stuff out of your parents' house and moving in with your new person, okay? I mean, we can look at it very literally if you want. Okay? And it's kind of like the old you is giving way to this new version of yourself. So this 5 of Pentacles is a temporary thing. These are things that have taken themselves apart, and then they're coming back together in a new formation. It's stressful, of course. It's stress because of material things that are happening in the physical world that are causing stress. Okay, and a little bit of that kind of financial puzzle, right? This is the Rubik's Cube, and we're just trying to get everything aligned right. And it's going to happen. Okay, that's not really even the issue. The worry, I think, fear, worry, concern is the Seven of Cups. The illusion, the fantasy. Okay? A lot of emotions kind of going on here. I think the fear for you is just that little tiny bit of doubt that's like asking, is this real? Okay, is this choice real? Because not all choices nourish you, right? So the Seven of Cups represents all those choices that are out there in life that are toxic. And this card's in the perfect position because this is the card you don't want. And that's what you're afraid of. And the fact that you're concerned about this shows how intelligent you are, shows how discerning you are, shows how responsible you are. Because you at least, are having that consideration that's just like, I want to make sure I'm making the right choice. Shows your maturity. Okay? Because clarity requires that you are very grounded. And you're not guessing. You're not just being carried away by your fantasy or some idealization or some escapism. That Lover's card is real, and the choice is real. It is the right choice for you because it aligns with your soul. Okay? You're choosing what is real, not what is either shiny or is very obviously toxic. Sometimes the Seven of Cups will masquerade as something beautiful, pretty, shiny, as something nourishing, but it's not. Okay? And you're showing your maturity by acknowledging that and being able to know the difference between this toxic and this real, true love. I think for a lot of you, this is going to be that soulmate kind of thing. For some of you, this is the job. For some of you, this is the spiritual union, like we talked about, choosing to incorporate your needs, living a more kind of holistic life where you don't have to sacrifice your needs. Now, with the Knight of Wands here, we have action, momentum, adventure. You got to act with courage. You got to be bold. Okay? This is a drive. This is movement. This is a go now card. Confident. Okay? Leadership. Let your passion drive you. Get the car out of the driveway and go. Yeah. You're staying aware. You're staying in control. Okay, you're not going to scatter your forces around. You're not going to get bucked off the horse because there's trust here. Act boldly. Keep the direction. Stay grounded. Your destiny right now is unfolding because you're aligned with your purpose. Okay? Take a real deep breath and then go do it. Let's look at the mystery card. I feel like it should be some cups, maybe a two. Two of cups kind of feels in order here. But it might be like a prince of cups or something, or a king of cups, yeah. If you have a prediction, please put it in the comments. Let's see. A Six of Pentacles. Well, isn't that great? I think this is perfect. Because for one thing, we're worried about the physical stuff. We're worried about, like, I just got to move all my clothes and I got to move my personal effects and how are we going to deal with the money? What's the money situation? What's the living situation going to be like? All these things that are changing in your environment. Now we see that it's becoming successful. Okay, so making this choice, this is a choice that you obviously want. Deep in your soul, you know that this is the right choice for you. At the same time, it's also going to be stressful. because there's now you're changing jobs, you're moving to a new house or whatever, right? There are physical concerns when you have success. This is literally the card called success. Stability, support, reciprocity. This is the material balance. This is resource stability. Just as this is resource instability, this is stability, right? This is you giving and receiving in balance with whatever this is. If it's a job, if it's a marriage, if it's a friendship, if it is a, some kind of artistic thing, if it's a spiritual move, whatever that choice is, it's going to be very harmonious, very reciprocal. It's going to be flow. Okay? And it's going to be successful. There's going to be actual visible, tangible progress. And it's something sustainable. It's not just, it works for a while and then it just kind of goes bad. This is also the kind of like the holistic life. Okay, this is abundance that is circulating because of that choice you're making. Is you giving and receiving without fear. I think this is a wonderful confirmation that your instinct to leap forward is a reliable instinct. You're getting a massive green light from the universe that's saying, move forward. You are meant to do this, and you know you are because it feels like it aligns with your soul. It's a choice that you want to say, heck yes, 1000% to. And you're also mature enough and intelligent to know that saying yes 1000% to this thing is going to require some moving things around. But it's worth it. Anyway, we're going to do an extended reading. Those are worth it too. There's a link in the corner. There's a link right down below. We're going to do the I Ching hexagram, oracle cards. We'll clarify money and love. And we'll do the yes-no coin. Okay? New readings for Libra Mondays and Thursdays. Be sure to watch both readings. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Come join our community. Okay? Leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we are all in this together.